We're at IBC 2018 in Amsterdam. We've come to the Amino stand. With me is Joachim Bergman, and we're going to be talking a little bit about AminoTV. Before we get into the detail on that, perhaps you could give me a little overview of where Amino is right now.
So Amino is really the pioneer of IPTV, having deployed the first IPTV set-top box in 1997 and been deployed 10 million of these ever since. Really, at the moment, we see ourselves as a software company. So devices is very much the heritage and where we come from, but more and more we're going into the software. And you see that both for our OS that we have here, where we can upcycle other types of devices, legacy, not our own, but third party, but also increasing AminoTV, which is our new platform proposition that we have.
So upcycling, that's when you get a box which has been deployed, I don't know, 4 or 5 years,
even 10
and you
years.
can bring it up to date with the very latest software.
Absolutely. So we have examples of that with Cincinnati Bell, where we've done that. We've upcycled a legacy system that they had, kept the boxes, and put another platform in.
So AminoTV, you've got a few deployments of that around. A couple to mention here. DNA in Finland, who are absolutely everywhere, aren't they, in terms of platforms?
Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting to see that Finland is a small country in a way by amount of inhabitants, but they have many different networks and way of consume content. So DNA takes free-to-air terrestrial. They have their own terrestrial network. They have their own cable. And then, of course, IP. So the real driver of DNA was to get one platform with one content lineup that you can sell to anybody in the country.
Because the customer gets confused. Half of them probably don't know if they're watching it via DTT or IP anyway,
no,
do they?
I know, and they shouldn't really care. And that's really the point. And also when you add the Android experience on top as well, it becomes very different. And I think what entices us with Android is really the flexibility and the speed in which you can do stuff, and including also the whole Google ecosystem, which you kind of get as part of being on Android, such as voice search, federated search, and all the IoT applications you can get with it as well.
So you take the Android, presumably the operator tier, and then you build your own software on top of that, and that can then offer the operator extra features again?
So, as part of the Android operator tier, you actually get a lot of these things already included. So there's an operator tier UX, which we have then integrated, which is showing here on the stand. DNA has opted to actually have their own custom launcher, and they did that actually at that point when they started 2.5 years ago. There really wasn't that much of Android TV. There was an Android TV early kind of version, which really didn't cater for that at the moment. But a lot of development has happened since. So the operator tier is very different what it was when DNA started.
Yes. The other one, of course, is local to us in Amsterdam, of sorts. Anyway, it's a Dutch operator. This is Delta, who've gone a slightly different route.
Yeah, so Delta is in southern Holland. I think number 3 or number 4 largest cable operator in Holland. Really, their solution was spent out of, first of all, going from analog cable into digital cable, but at the same time also wanting to build fiber. So how do you then combine the fact that you still have to support your cable subscribers, but also open fiber? So open fiber being that you cannot necessarily have your own multicast signal on top of that. So really it becomes OTT delivery.
So they don't really have control of their own network, at least not all the way through.
It's their own network, but they opted to do that in order for us to have a fully flexible solution where you can actually, you can sell it to anybody really, because it's an OTT delivered solution. And gives that flexibility to have, in your own network, somebody else's network, in addition to the cable.
And briefly, the difference is, there's not any major difference, is there, with your software, whether it runs on Linux or on Android?
No, it's the same software. Of course, the clients are different because, you have a Linux-based or Android. But the core platform is the same. It's the same. It's the way it processes the content, the way we do the NPVR, the way we do the streaming is the same, regardless if it's cable, IP, or OTT.
And thanks very much to Joachim Bergman from Amino there. There are, of course, more videos to watch, and you can find them all at broadbandtvnews.com.